In 2023, I decided to learn Chinese. Most people told me that I couldn't, often the ones close to me. But when I was learning English, I struggled for 2 years before finally finding the right way to express myself correctly in this language. It was really difficult, but it taught me a lot. I've learned a lot from that, and I'm gonna share today how I learned Chinese, how I've been able to express myself in the language without going to China. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about 6 points that will help you to understand how I learned Chinese that you can apply to yourself, whether you're learning Chinese or any other language. And don't worry, I'm also gonna share all the resources and tools that I use to learn Chinese. The first point, why did I decide to learn Chinese? B.F. Skinner said, people said you can lead a horse to water, but you can never make it drink. False. And he said, if I dehydrate the horse, put salt in its mouth and put it in the heat, put its face 1 inch away from water, I can veritably guarantee that it will drink. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you find the right reason why you're doing what you're doing, why you want to learn Chinese, this is the best way to start learning any language. And if you can find the reason, if you can find your why, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna help you along your language journey. So I started learning Chinese because I wanted to go to China. I was looking for scholarships and I was interested by the technology as I'm working in the engineering field. Second point, how did I build immersion without going to China? It's easy. Yeah, it's easy. I just use the same method that I use to speak the languages that I already speak, and it's shadowing. People might tell you that it's impossible, but we already proved that shadowing is a method that we can use to learn any language in the world, because that is the only method that we all use to learn our first language. So is it the best or not? That is the question. And I use this method to learn English, Chinese, French, and also German that I'm actually working on. So I really think that this is pretty easy to use shadowing to learn any language. If you do it the right way, you can learn any language without going to the country where they are actually spoken. Let me give you an example. I've never spoken Chinese with a real person in front of me. Yeah, I used to practice with people online, but in this week I've met a Chinese. It was a woman and I spoke with her. It was pretty good. I felt really happy to express myself in the language with someone just in front of me and not with my laptop or with my phone. Third point, my biggest challenge when I was learning Chinese. So when I started learning Chinese, I just used the same method, the same process that I used to learn the other languages that I already speak. And if you want to know more about this method, this process, you can also check my other video. The link will be in the description below. So this process helped me to understand that the best way for me to learn Chinese would be to speaking first. While I reach the fluency, then I'll focus on the Chinese characters. So I first started learning Chinese by using pinyin, and once I reached the fluency, once I was able to express myself correctly in the language, I started learning characters. And you know what? When I just started learning Chinese characters, I already knew some of the Chinese characters, because even if I wasn't learning characters, I had to interact with some of them, and because of that I already knew some Chinese characters before starting learning them. And I really thought that it would be the most difficult things while learning Chinese. It is, but it wasn't that difficult as I thought it would be, because I already knew some of them and I just have to get used to it. And in the next part, I'm going to talk about the resources that I use to make things easier that you can also use to improve yourself and take your learning journey to the next level. So learning Chinese character was my biggest challenge, and it wasn't that difficult as I thought it would be. The fourth point will be about the method, the resources, or the tools that I use to learn Chinese. But before getting into it, I'd like to ask you something. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below to tell me what you think about what I'm sharing with you today, because I might have the best method to learn any language in the world. I also have to learn how to share it. So if you think that I should improve something in the way that I interact with the audience in order to make people understand more what I'm saying. Please drop a comment below. Okay, let's go. As you know, to speak Chinese, I use the shadow method, and I mainly use two YouTube channels that will help me to improve my speaking by using the shadow method. The first one is Lazy Chinese, and the second one is XiaoguaChinese. It's just amazing when you can have everything that you're looking for in one or two places. It's really good when you have what you want in one or two places instead of go and looking them around or picking them around. So it's really amazing. It's good. And I'm really happy to share this with you. If you can use them, I think that you'll be able to express yourself like the way I do in Chinese. So there's also a third channel that is really amazing, but I don't use it for shadowing. I use it instead to understand some concepts that I didn't understand when I was learning Chinese. The name of this YouTube channel is ShuoshuoChinese. You can go and also watch some video about what she's doing. She is really amazing, but I prefer to use her channel to understand some concept that when I was learning Chinese. I talked about my biggest challenge, right? So you might also encounter this challenge while learning Chinese. The right and the best resources that I found to learn Chinese characters is MandarinBean. It's a website that is really amazing that helps you to learn Chinese by reading different kind of things. There are basic things for beginners, elementary, and intermediate, and even also advanced level that you can use to improve your Chinese character learning. It's really amazing. This is the best tools out there. And let me tell you something important. The best tools won't help you if you don't decide to help yourself. Those tools are the only ones that I use to speak Chinese. So I think that you can do it too, and you just have to have the right way, the right method, and the right mindset to do it. So the fifth point is about the result. When I started learning Chinese, it was really easy because the grammar wasn't that much difficult. As I told you, my biggest challenge was about learning Chinese character, but it wasn't difficult as I thought it would be. So I reached a level of fluency where I can express myself in the language. Talk with Chinese people, because I talked a lot with Chinese people, and I realized that I was pretty good, that I could express myself in the language. So 该学习中文的时候，我的中文不太好，但是我现在可以用中文表达自己。If you want to learn the same way that I did, you can just watch this video again, highlight the main points that I talk about in this video in order to learn this language too. Don't look for too much. You already have the right method, the right resources to do it. Don't look for much than you need. My advice today to someone who just started learning Chinese, who is actually learning Chinese, or someone who is learning any language in the world, is to stay consistent and find the right method to do it. Sometimes we have the right method, but we are too impatient to reach our goal, and because of that we keep looking for methods, resources, and tools that are out there. We never really reach our goal. Just have to find the best method, the best way, being consistent, and work towards your goal. You don't need much than you need. Sometimes that's what people do. They go around looking for tools every day, every time. They go on YouTube looking for resources to learn Chinese. You already have the right resources. Just go, take them, and start working on that. It's not difficult. It will take a little bit of time, I promise. If you just do the things that I told you in this video, you'll come back and testify. Those methods are the ones that I use to learn Chinese, and I think that you can do it too. I'm not a genius. I'm just a simple man who can speak 5 languages, and I hope that you can understand what I'm trying to tell you in this video and use it correctly. Okay, so if you like this video, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and see you in the next one.